At first glance, this pond at the Mohi family's Riverside farm might seem like just another body of water fed by the natural springs of Puntar. But when winter approaches, it transforms into a sanctuary, a temporary refuge for some of the most resilient travelers of the avian world. Originally intended for pisciculture, this pond held another secret, a calling that would reach the skies. In the late 90s, the first feathered visitors arrived. At first, a handful, then more. Siberian ducks, teals, mallards, each one carrying with it a story of endurance, survival, and an unbreakable bond with this land. From the frozen wetlands of Siberia to the warmth of these waters, these migratory birds undertake journeys of thousands of kilometers. Join Indian wildlife and landscape photographer Rahul Sood as he explores this hidden oasis. A man-made pond that nature reclaimed, now a thriving sanctuary for migratory birds. Through his lens, witness the beauty, resilience, and fleeting presence of these seasonal visitors. A journey into the heart of the Mohi Farms pond begins. The Indian cormorant, silent, patient, and built for the hunt. Unlike other waterfowl, its feathers are not fully waterproof. This design allows it to sink effortlessly beneath the surface, gliding like a shadow to chase down fish. But it comes at a cost. After every dive, it must bask in the sun, wings outstretched, drying before its next plunge. These skilled fishers are found across the Indian subcontinent, but when winter arrives, they are joined by their northern cousins. Flocks from Central Asia and beyond make their way south, seeking open waters and abundant prey. The Eurasian moorhen, graceful yet elusive, found in wetlands across Europe, Asia, and Africa, this bird thrives in both fresh and brackish waters. Unlike ducks, it swims with a deliberate, almost stealthy motion, its long toes helping it walk across lily pads and marshy ground. A bird of both land and water, it disappears into the reeds at the slightest disturbance, only to re-emerge moments later, as if playing a game with the observer. Subtle yet striking, the female northern pintail embodies elegance and simplicity. A winter visitor to the Indian subcontinent, she arrives from the vast breeding grounds of Siberia and Central Asia, escaping the brutal cold. Unlike deep water divers, pinetails prefer shallow wetlands and flooded grasslands, where they dabble for seeds, aquatic plants, and invertebrates. Light-bodied and swift, these birds are among the earliest to migrate and among the first to leave. Their long, pointed wings carry them effortlessly across continents, navigating ancient routes passed down through generations. For now, she basks in the safety of these waters. perched at the very edge of a bare branch. A black kite surveys the Mohi pond below. Its sharp eyes scan every ripple, every movement, a master of patience and precision. The wind ruffles its dark, battle-worn feathers, but it remains still, a silhouette against the sky. Then with a sudden flick of its wings, it drops, silent, swift, inevitable. Why do they return year after year? The answer lies beneath the surface. The pond is alive. Fish, seedlings, amphibians, and aquatic insects provide sustenance for these travelers. But the real reason they choose this place? It's untouched, undisturbed, a haven in a world where such sanctuaries are fast disappearing. With the first signs of spring, they leave, disappearing beyond the ridgelines, following paths carved by instinct and memory. But they will return. They always do. This pond was never meant to be their home, yet it became one. Across the world, migratory birds are losing their resting grounds to urban sprawl and habitat destruction. But we have the power to change that. A simple pond, a wetland left undisturbed, it's enough. Nature will find its way back. So the next time you see an open space, think of the wings that search for shelter. A small effort today can become a sanctuary for generations of travelers to come.